Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles in plane geometry are created when transversals cross two lines. A corresponding angle is one that holds the same relative position as another angle somewhere else in the figure. Two angles correspond or relate to each other by being on the same side of the transversal. One is an exterior angle, outside the parallel lines, and one is an interior angle, inside the parallel lines. Corresponding angles are never adjacent angles. They do not touch. Can you find the corresponding angle for angle 2 in our figure? Angle 6 is the angle that corresponds to angle 2. They are a pair of corresponding angles. Can you find all four corresponding pairs of angles? Here are the four pairs of corresponding angles. The corresponding angles theorem says that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, their corresponding angles are congruent. Because of the corresponding angles theorem, you know several things about the 8 angles created by the 3 lines. If one is a right angle, all are right angles. If one is acute, 4 are acute angles. If one is obtuse, 4 are obtuse angles. All 8 angles can be classified as adjacent angles, vertical angles, and corresponding angles. In this example, angle 2 is labeled as 57 degrees, making it acute. 3 other acute angles are formed. The converse of the corresponding angles theorem is also interesting. If two lines are cut by a transversal and their corresponding angles are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. If you were given a figure similar to the one you've seen before, but with only 2 angles labeled, can you determine anything by it? Since the corresponding angles are shown to be congruent, you know that the 2 lines cut by the transversal are parallel. If the lines cut by the transversal are not parallel, then the corresponding angles are not equal. They are just corresponding angles, not congruent corresponding angles. Practice what you know about corresponding angles and corresponding angle theorem with the examples at the bottom of the lessons below.